Hello there. Today I'm going to tie you an early season trout lure. I'm going to be using the Hayabusa 761 in size 10, and the thread I'm going to be using today is olive 6/0. For the springtime and early season, I like the colour combination of white and green. I find it really effective. Green and black as well. But this fly predominantly is going to be white and green. So I've just attached my thread to the hook. I'll get rid of my pig's tail, and I'm going to tie in some fibres of a pheasant tail that's been dyed olive green, quite a deep green. And as usual, I'm going to just take off the little bits at the end just to make it easier to catch my thread in, like so. And the next thing I'm going to add is some very thin copper rib. And I can catch that in on my way back up. Bring my thread back down once I've got it in, and I'm going to use my hackle pliers just to catch the ends of the pheasant tail. Just pull my wire rib out of the way, and I'm going to wrap it round the body towards me. Once I've got it up to about 2/8 of an inch from the hook eye, I'm just going to secure that with a couple of wraps, and I'm going to take away my excess. Now there may be some bits and bobs. I'll just tidy that by putting a few more wraps in. Now the next thing then, so I've got my wire. The flank of this fly is going to be dyed green goose biots. I've already pre-cut two. Now you'll find with your goose biots they curve in a particular way. You can see the outer bit. I want mine to curve out the way on this occasion. So I'm going to tie them in. And I want them also to form the tail of my fly. So I'll just excuse my fingers while I line it all up. Then I can just do a couple of wraps. Once I've got it in place, I'm just going to fold it back to take away the excess that I've got going on at the front here. Squash it back down, and I can bring that into place. Now I've got my two flank feathers going backwards. Just going to use my fingers to hold them in place, and I'm going to bring my wire rib away from me this time, and it's going to form a nice big flank on the fly. Once I've got up to the end, got lots of room to work at the front here, so no problems there. And then I'm just going to use my fingers to twist that round and get it lying right. And you can see, well, you can't see actually, but I'm going to show you. I've got a little V tail going on at the back here. Just secure that back in. Now the next thing then is the overwing. I'm going to use white marabou. Again, I'll take about a thumbnail's worth and as always I like to use as much of the ends as I can. So I've dressed it up to the hook to see how much distance I need. A little lick at the end just makes it easier to bed down. And I'm going to catch that in. Now I know you may think, oh, you're very far away from the eye at this point, but don't worry about that. I'm going to add something to the front just to give it an extra little bit of lift. So it's looking quite lurid already. Now if I wanted, I could have dressed my thread further up towards the eye here, tied in my wing, and then just finished off, and that'd still be quite an effective fly. But just something to give it the added little bit of bling. There's usually, any fishery you go to in the springtime, there's a lot of fish around, and I find that the more blingy flies are much more acceptable at this time of year. So I've just dubbed on some green ice dub, and I'm just going to build a small head with that at the front. And I don't want too much of this thread showing, so I'm just going to do 3 half hitches, or you can quick finish it if you feel that's necessary. Trim it away, and then just to finish, just going to add a very, very slight touch of hard as nails. And then I'm going to come in with my dubbing brush and just tease some of the trout dub fibres out. Like so. I don't have a name for this fly, but I tie this in lots of different colours. This is one of the more effective colours, I've got to say, but using red, goose biots, different heads at the front, orange, it can make a world of difference. But I hope that's given you some ideas for your upcoming season lures. Thanks for watching.